saltiness isn't bliss. Me, oh my, I am making fruit pie. So let's get started. I have got a platter of just the cutest, tastiest looking little mini graham pie crust. This is what they look like in the package. You get 6 total. You can of course use a standard pie crust if you prefer, or that's what you have in your house. Any flavor pie crust will work. I'm going to stick with the graham. And as far as fruit goes, we are going to use, or I am going to use, fresh fruit today. I've got a little medley in here of strawberries, blueberries, seedless green grapes, and some blackberries hiding in there. You can always use frozen or canned fruit as well. So now we need to prepare what is going to go inside our pie crust to create our fruit pie. So we are going to take an 8-ounce container of whipped cream cheese, and we are going to use half of that. So 4 ounces or 1/2 cup of whipped cream cheese. And I am just going to scoop that right into a bowl because we will need to mix it with another ingredient. I did let it soften at room temperature for about 10 minutes. So this is basically going to become our base down inside our pie crust that's going to hold everything together. So into our whipped cream cheese, we want to put 2 teaspoons of cinnamon sugar. I have already measured that out, so I've got some in that little bowl there. I'm just going to pour it directly into my whipped cream cheese there. So it looks something like that, and then we want to just mix that really well until it's completely blended. Next up is our apricot preserves. We want to use 1/4 cup. So I've already measured that out, and because my measuring cup is metal, I'm going to pour that into something that can go into the microwave. So we want to just put that directly in there. So it looks something like that, and then we're going to microwave that for about 35 seconds. We just want to melt it into a glazed consistency so that once we create our fruit pies, we can pour that glaze right on top, and that completes the pie. Okay, so our next step is we want to take our cinnamon sugar and whipped cream cheese that we blended, and we want to put a light layer, oh boy, oh boy, my entire pie crust just disintegrated. Okay guys, well as you just saw, it wouldn't be Saltiness Isn't Bliss channel without some bloopers popping up here and there. So that did not go smooth at all. That certainly did not go as planned. I didn't expect that these mini pie crusts would be so delicate and so thin. So I'm going to try another route. I'm going to try to use this spreader and just gently spread that cinnamon sugar whipped cream mixture in there, and hopefully, because this is a little bit lighter and thinner, it will spread on there a little bit easier. So yeah, that does seem to be going better. So tweak it to however you need. If you have a mini spatula, which I don't, kind of wish I did right now, that would probably be perfect as well. But that's going much smoother and easier this time around. So I did lose one of my pie crusts, but you know, that's all part of cooking, trial and error. So there we go. So we just kind of want it to look something like that, where we just get a nice thin layer that evenly coats the whole inside of the crust. And we're then going to just repeat those steps until we have used up all of our mixture and all our pie crust, or our large pie crust is completely coated. All right guys, so I finally got that cheese mixture all evenly spread within my pie crust. You can make that layer as thin or thick as you like. And now comes the fun part where we're going to fill our pie crust with our fruit. So like I said, I've got just a medley here in a bowl. So what I'm going to do is just take a scoop. Hold this up so you can see a little better. Just take a scoop, plop it in there. Again, the type of fruit you use, and there goes the strawberry. The type of fruit you use and how full you fill your pie crust will depend upon you. All right, so there is one delicious mini pie all filled with our fresh fruit. So I will have measurements down below in the description just to give you a guideline. You, like I said, can certainly go off of that and create your own, use your own medley of fruit, canned, frozen, fresh, whatever you prefer. But just in case you need that little bit of guideline, that will be down below. So what we just did with that first crust, we're going to repeat with the next, and you will just continue those steps until you run out of fruit and all of your pie crust or your one large pie crust is completely full. Then we'll move on to our last step. All right, there is our pie tins filled to the brim with some fresh fruit. Last step is we want to take our apricot preserves, which now should be nice and thinned out because I microwaved them for about 35 seconds on high. And we're just going to pour that right on top of the fruit. So we just want to put a nice little glaze right on top of there. Now you can use the spoon then if you like to kind of spread that across the whole top, or you can just leave a little bit in the middle so it's a nice little added flavor when you get to that portion of your pie. And there it is, guys. Mini fruit pies. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.